experienced and with plethora of knowledge about assessment. They are the ones who are honored in the field of education, and their ideas are welcomed by each and every organization. Welcome to each one of them. So with us today, Ms. Ritika Rahul, Vice Principal, Excelsior American Public School, Ms. Bhanupriya Baltan, Principal, Narayana Techno School, and Prabha Verma Ma'am, Director, the school. And I am the moderator for the panel today, Dr. Nirupa Chandra, Principal, KIIT World School. Our motto is, I am a promise, I am a possibility. We believe that each child has hidden potential and we can unleash that potential. And today's motto is the same, that we are going to understand how to unleash the potential of the child beyond those bounds. So I request my panelists to introduce themselves and then we will be moving forward. So Ritika,
good afternoon everyone. My name is Ritika Rahul, as already been introduced. I have been in this sector, the education, for almost more than 2 decades. I started my journey as a counselor in NCERT, and later I think I've taken different roles. I've been a counselor, I've been an educator, I've been head of the department, and finally a vice principal. I very strongly believe that education is all about learning, unlearning and relearning. If this is what we believe our students or our learners should have, I think somewhere as educators, we should not only preach but practice it. So, I'm sure I'm going to be able to contribute something meaningful to this panel. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Though I see the number pretty less, I think people from the dining hall must be still impact of food. Yeah. And then moved on to various schools as HOD and principals, worked with Martuding, worked with APJ School Noida, almost 20.
I started as a PRT. I worked as a teacher, then TGT, then PGT, and then later on as a coordinator, the founder coordinator, and then vice principal, and now principal. She is the teacher. Even I am a teacher only, and a learner as well. Every day for me is like I have to learn. Even the students, they teach us something or the other thing. So same is with us. We give and we take. So that is the motto. My students are my children itself. I feel that love with them. I have that empathy for them. I try to understand their psychology. How do they feel? So that is the whole sole purpose of my life, to be at least somewhere I can motivate them at the end of the day. That will be a happy day for me. And even for my staff members, if I work with them, I do not work with them as a boss. I try to be amongst them. I try to work with them. Being a leader, I have to do that. So I try to collaborate with each and everyone around me. Thank you.
थैंक यू भानु मैम. कागज की कसौटी पे मत तोलो हुनर को, हर सोच को चाहिए उड़ान, ना कि उत्तर की बंद किताब. So everyone is looking for unleashing the potential, not just the key of any book. So that's the main aim today, that with the coming up of NEP 2020, we know so many changes are coming up in the way of teaching, way of assessment. So we are going to understand that today and taking forward that journey from marks to grade and to credit framework. We will be discussing everything with you today. तो क्या आप इस चेंज के लिए तैयार हैं? एक आवाज दीजिए जरा कि आप हमारे साथ हैं. जो बैठे हैं वो तो जवाब दीजिए, क्या आप हमारे साथ हैं? Thank you. So starting with Ritika, why do traditional exams fall short in assessing creativity, collaboration and critical thinking? What's your take on that?
So
when I just heard this question, an image came in my mind. I think many of you might have seen that image where all the animals are standing and there is a teacher saying, now you all have to climb the tree. So there is an elephant, there is a monkey, there is a fish, and there are other animals. Aren't we talking about the same situation here?
Yes.
This is exactly what the assessment is doing. We expect everybody to pass and get good grades from that single sheet of paper that is given to everyone. This is the present situation that is prevailing. See, I am not against assessment. First of all, I don't call the word as examination. I think there's not a fear associated. I was very scared of the word exam. I call it assessment. So when I say assessment, the present assessment system is more based on memorization, whether we accept it or not. When I say memorization, I'm not against, because I still remember we were told to memorize the tables, 2 ones are 2, 2 to the 4, and that helped me out. But overemphasis on memorization is what the present situation or what the present assessment system is doing, that kills creativity. Second very important thing is there's no critical thinking. Critical thinking leads to evaluation, it leads to analysis, it leads to reasoning. Where are the questions? In history we get the question, who was the first president of India? Have we ever asked this question? Why was Dr. Rajendra Prasad made the first president of India? We have never, I have never seen these kind of questions. Fact-based, memory-based, you should know the answer, that is why they are very predictable. Third very important thing is that we talk a lot about marks. Trust me, I'm coming from an international, I have almost 20 years experience in a national curriculum, and I'm coming to an international curriculum. No doubt international curriculum has less anxiety. It believes that the learner has to learn throughout the year. That is why they have assessment one after the other. They don't give breaks like the national curriculum. But still, everybody is running after the marks. Where are skills? We talk about developing C skills in our children. We talk about, how can we move children from academics to skill. The first thing that we need to bring a change is in the assessment system. We have to make it skill-based, and trust me, it is not an impossible picture. So, somewhere if we really want to include creativity and critical thinking, we have to somewhere reduce emphasis on rote learning. We have to make it less standardized. We have to make it less, I would say, teacher oriented, because I still remember being when I was the head examiner, trust me, the notebook, the textbook were open. The people who were checking the paper used to look in the textbook and putting a tick. In grade 12, are these kind of learners you want, that they should be completely based on text, or you want a child who is confident, knows the skill when he comes out, and he can open his own startup once he's from grade 12? That is important. Thank you.
What a nice point she made, that from rote memorization we need to come to the real life scenarios where the child is able to survive exactly and understand why he or she need to read that, right? Thank you so much, Nivetika. So coming to you, Bhanu, how does a test-centric culture impact students' motivation, learning habits and future readiness?
That's very well. The question is actually how the test-centric, it affects the learning of the students, how it affects their motivation and their future readiness. It does affect more in a negative way, less in a positive way. So when we talk about their motivation, so they are only being taught for the test only. So they learn and they are in the process of just memorizing and regurgitating the material. Whatever is being taught, they mug it up and they just vomit it out in the examinations. They just keep themselves away from the real love for learning. They are not really developing it. On the other hand, secondly, this culture, it talks more about stress and anxiety. When we talk about the word exams, it gives more anxiety to the students. Even if today at this position, if I have to crack an exam, I'll be more stressed of learning. Even I will be doing that memorization of things. At some point, even being aware of the things that I can go for the deeper understanding of the topic, I would prefer memorizing it, because we are so incorporated into that. From the childhood, we are being taught that you need to memorize it and then do it. But there is a difference when we understand the things, we experience it, and then we write the answers. Okay. We have an examination, assessment. If I go all over the examination system, yes, we cannot replace it, but yes, we can add on things to it. So memorizing, then students have the anxiety. They are more dependent upon the external evaluations, external confirmation that yes, they are doing good. On the grades, on the marks, they more depend on that thing. Now, then the second thing that we talk about is their learning effects. Their learning things, it is affected, they learn more, there is a superficial learning. They do not go for, again, more of understanding the thing. They are just memorizing and focusing on the rote learning. As Vitika also said, that rote memorization is more into the fashion also. Students, one child is very good at memorizing, and that child tops the exam. Maybe that child is not understanding what is the deeper meaning of that topic. Then, thirdly, when we talk about the future readiness, maybe these exams, when we go for a regular examination type, so these examinations do not develop the life skills for the students. They have to be ready for the unpredicted things in the real life. They cannot develop, with this traditional method of examination, they cannot develop that critical thinking skills, problem solving skills, and they cannot be that future ready. They may be ill prepared for the future readiness, for the real world.
Right, got your point.
Thank you.
So it does not just affect the academic performance, but also impact the mindset of the children.
Yes,
so we
yes.
need to change for that reason.
Yeah, that is the real thing, that we need to change for it.
Yes.
Because overall, what we are making our students is just that we are making them just remember for one grade, then you are promoted to the second. And then so on.
Right.
We are not making them understand that topic actually.
Right.
So everything what we are teaching them in the syllabus or in the curriculum, they should understand it for life.
Right.
If I ask myself also what is sin theta, cos theta, I might not remember, or maybe people around here, they might not remember. But yes, they are experts in their fields, because at an age then we start understanding the things again.
Yes, right.
So that is very, very important in our life. When we get mature, so we have more of understanding rather than when we were students. When we are taught like that we have to be more of learning, and then you do even the parents are doing the same thing, that you have to do it, you learn it, go for it, and the mother will come and you give me the answer of this question and that question, and okay, if you have learned it, you are very well done. You can go and write in the
Right.
examination tomorrow.
Right.
So rather than, if you understand, ask this child what is the meaning of that line or what is the meaning of that answer, the child might fail there.
Right.
Can I just add here?
Sure.
So, the learning that ma'am you're talking about is more of learning by isolation. That means that one concept that you studied in grade 6 is forgotten. Photosynthesis that you did in grade 6 or 7th, it is finished because now you have come in grade 8. So this means if the educator has to teach you the same concept, you will say, "To padhaya hi nahi tha." This is a problem. We are learning in isolation. It should be concept-based learning where concepts are accumulated. It is not in isolation what we are learning. I think this is very important.
So interlinking is important. The growth of the concept should be there. Right. Got your point. So Prabha ma'am, we wish to understand, if exams are not enough as she said, it brings anxiety, it brings, as soon as we hear the word exam, we are scared of that. What alternatives of assessment methods we can use for our learning of 21st century skills, ma'am?
Thank you, Nilima. See, we friends as teachers and schools, and even as parents, are preparing the children for the future. They have to face life after school. That's the reality. Examinations are necessary to a certain extent, but they cannot be for all and the total amalgam. Exams which CBSE conducts becomes compulsory for standardization for 10th and 12th because there are common parameters. पर खाली एग्जाम से कुछ नहीं बच्चा सीखता है. Real life learning takes place in the four walls of the classroom and even in the corridors of the classroom or schools के बाहर. You know, as in my lifetime, I've seen बहुत बच्चे, lakhs of students in my years together. Street smart होना बहुत जरूरी है. You have learnt things, but application of knowledge कहाँ आएगी? And if I don't do that in my school, I cannot leave my child and force him outside the school untrained. हम कहते हैं metacognition, thinking to think. मैं ये क्यों करता हूं? मैं ये क्यों पढ़ रही हूं? Why am I doing it? The child must reason out. उसको करने के लिए there is a need for the trainer also to change the pedagogy. आप सिर्फ assessment का shift नहीं कर सकते, आपको पढ़ाने का भी shift करना पड़ेगा. NEP and NCF is talking about that. It is talking about those skills, ma'am. Critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration. मैं अकेली कभी कुछ नहीं कर सकती. I have to work with a team like my friends sitting here. Running a school with a teamwork. And there are perceptions. What may be right for me may not be for the other. So, what do you do in schools? We at schools, all schools, private, public, whatever, must provide a guideline to children where they should know कि ये किताबी पढ़ाई को मैं लाइफ में कैसे यूज करूंगा. And for that, unless he has hands-on experience, it won't be possible. You know, friends, 10th and 12th, as I said even earlier, maybe a board exam, और वो भी जरूरी है, because my country is big. यहाँ हर तरह के schools हैं, schools अंडमान निकोबार, अलीगढ़, जयपुर, हर तरह के स्कूल है, हर तरह के टीचर्स है, हर तरह के रिसोर्सेज है. सो वन जैकेट कैन नॉट फिट ऑल. आप सबको एक ही छड़ी से नहीं कर सकते. जिस बच्चे को आपने पढ़ा दिया, रेगुलर क्लासेस कर दी, वो शायद वे बैक विज़ावी दूसरों के अच्छा हो सकता है. बट देन एज अ टीचर व्हाट डू आई डू इन क्लासरूम्स इज, वी ऑल एज टीचर्स, is have activity based learning. Ab every school says I am experiential learning, I am progressive school, I am an activity based school. Activity does not happen one day. It's act on every day in every classroom. ये तो रोज होती है. When we say we give problem solving PBLs, projects देते हैं. Now the one project in a school can have a combination of social science, sciences, maths, सब कुछ हो सकता है. Because a lot of friends of mine here will say, ma'am, instructional days कम हो जाएंगे, lesson plan में हम कैसे बनाएं? When I know I have a NCERT and there are certain topics which are interrelated. ये तो हमने education को compartmentalize किया ना. This is social science, this is education, तो education है. क्या environment को आप science में नहीं पढ़ते या social science में नहीं पढ़ते? You study it all. So when you do a project, you leave it to the child. Answering Nilima ma'am's question. Let him research. वो research करते हुए बच्चा is definitely going to lay his hands on a lot of material, and then his learning will begin. But then what do I do as a teacher? I have to guide. Slowly, steadily, fortnightly, monthly, कि is he going on the right direction? अब आप कहोगे कि मैम क्लासरूम स्टडी के साथ PBL कैसे होता है? You have 5 periods, 6 periods. You can decide on your own which period I want to do, because that's also teaching and learning happening, and richer. There'll be teamwork. What will be my perception might not be hers, because she comes from a different background, I come from a different background, my region, my local, my parental, my vicinity is different. Another way of learning is ask children to do peer learning. That's beautiful. When I see and work in a project or an activity together, I get to know various viewpoints. मैंने तो ये किया ही नहीं, इस बच्चे ने किया, तो मुझे भी समझ आ गया कि I missed on this. So I will add and I'll become better. When you talk about portfolios, हमारे स्कूलों में होता है, ये पहले भी होता था. नाम अंग्रेजी के terminologies can differ. Doesn't a principal of a school know, who's been there for 7, 8, 10, 12 years, this bacha, when he came, iski kya problem thi and how he has grown by having a portfolio of a child on an annual basis, जिसे हम anecdotal record कहते हैं. Schools में 8th का anecdotal record goes to the 9th का teacher, and from the 9th to the 10th, and towards the end when the बच्चा leaves the school, हम उसका एक पूरा anecdotal record बना के देते हैं कि बेटा you joined in 5th, today you are in 12th, along with your certificate and code of conduct and everything. This is your digital portfolio. Child sees her growth, and there all sorts of activities, essays, interviews, projects, जो कुछ भी बच्चे ने किया is recorded by the teacher, and you can see the growth. Assessments are already happening. ये क्या assessments नहीं है? Everybody says till class 5 no exams, agreed, but do assessments not happen there? Weekly tests, writing a letter, doing 5 sums. आप class work करते हैं, उसी को मैं अगर test बना दूँ तो बात तो वही है. So you friends, I feel that let the child learn at his own pace, at his own speed, because he is unique. वो अलग है. Everybody cannot be best in maths or language or sciences, but whatever he is good at, give that opportunity, and that is actually what NEP is saying, कि बच्चे को जुगाड़ू बना दो, street smart. He should be able to do multitasking. अब ये नहीं कि मुझे नहीं पता कि फादर ने कहा कि बेटा प्लास लेके आओ. पापा प्लास क्या होता है, क्या होता है, या थोड़ी क्या होती है? Are children so alien to all this? So these kind of things, a lot many, which the child should be able to do it on his own, must be a part of regular curriculum. And that's what I feel NEP is trying to say, that आपको bookish knowledge नहीं करनी है, वो सिर्फ knowledge है. Put it into practice, use it. And that would erode your stress, fear, phobia. When you see 11th and 12th, आपने एक picture देखी है कोटा factory. What is all this? Why should my child go and feel fear and go for a suicide? वो जिंदगी में कुछ भी कर सकता था. नहीं आती physics, chemistry, no problem. But it is not engineering which is the only thing, or medicine which is the only thing, or CA which is the only thing. There's so much. And he can do probably better. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabha ma'am. You beautifully summed up the answer. I would say अब तो 10 बैगलेस डेज हैं हमारे पास जहाँ पर हम बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं और जितने आपने सजेशन करे उसमें टीचर एज ए गाइड फैसिलिटेटर बनकर उनको हैंडल करा सकते हैं और बहुत ब्यूटीफुल प्रोजेक्ट्स और कोलैबोरेशन के एग्जाम्पल्स हमारे पास निकल के आ सकते हैं एंड रेदर हम स्टार्टअप्स भी वहाँ से शुरू कर सकते हैं. Coming to you, Bhanu ma'am, let's dive deeper. How can assessment measure learning rather than just knowledge and recall?
Thank you, Nirima ma'am. Again, assessments we are talking about. For my answer, Prabha ma'am has answered it all. This is again, for this question again I will be saying the same things. When we talk about just not mugging up things and just not recalling what the child has learned, it can be, we can give them open-ended questions which can evaluate their critical thinking skills, which can develop their problem solving skills, again make them future ready. Secondly, we can go for project based learnings, as ma'am said again. So project based learnings, what they help is like child can assess itself again, and they more of collaborate with each other. They develop their communication skills. Like one thing we give and we develop so many skills what we are working on throughout. Then we have by putting them into the real life situations, and we can prepare them for the real world. That is the actual need of the hour, where we need to prepare our children the future ready. We need to make them the good citizens, the answerable, they need to be more responsible citizens in the future. So all these things, when we go for these kind of learning, more of a practical, hands-on learning, experiential learning we go for, then it is, the child is more future ready. And then we talk about their development, brain development, the critical thinking, all those skills that we talk about these days can be developed this ways. So critical thinking, problem solving, and future readiness, they're ready for the uncertainties in the life. All those things can be made by the practical learning with the children. That's it from my side.
कितना खूब कहा आपने. सिर्फ याद किया हुआ ना आंको, सोचने की ताकत को पहचानो. जहां से जवाब नहीं समझ हो खास, वहीं से होता है सच्चे अध्ययन की शुरुआत. So nice. Thank you so much, Bhanu. Prabha ma'am, how can we design assessment that recognize individual students' creativity while ensuring the fair evaluation in collaborative task?
Good. Thank you, Nilima. My dear friends, you must have seen that the CBSE pattern for question papers has seen a sea change. When it is 10th, 12th, it started in a big way 2 years back. A lot of questions have become assertion, and reasoning. They are no longer 1 marker or a 2 marker question which is straight. They ask you the reason. There are a lot of questions in every subject, science, business studies, because I take English, social sciences, business studies, sociology, political science, physics. There are a lot of case studies that have come, and it is a part of it. I must give you an example. The current 10th ka MCQ went on for 3/4 of a page. 1 mark ka question, it went on in the current 24-25 जो अभी exam हुआ. It's almost a page for a 1 marker MCQ, which called for the child trying to comprehend. Now this kind of a learning, Nilima ma'am and my friends, cannot take place in a rote form. Somebody in the first session said that NCERT is beautiful, I endorse. But NCERT का dissection करना, पढ़ाना और समझना to the level of the learner calls for good research on the part of the teacher as well. You cannot test something which you don't teach.
Right.
So there is no shift in assessment, there has to be a shift 100% in your teaching pedagogy in classrooms.
Right.
And a lot of training of the teachers. And when we say, ma'am said, what else then? Pattern paper, CBSE has changed, case studies they have given, application based, competency based questions are coming. Now this means that we have to give a lot of hands-on work, a lot of activity work. अब activity सिर्फ ये नहीं होती कि कोई model बना दिया, कोई chart बना दिया. It is a research. It is something where the child will read and come back to you. It is also asking that in classrooms, go for things like, shared learning, interactive learning. हम ASL की बात करते थे 10th में English. Is CBSE not giving us 30 marks, 20 marks and in subjects even 40 marks for project work? And one of my friend in the morning said कि project को project की तरह करते हैं. No friends, I go as an examiner to various schools. The project has to be done in parts. Term 1 में skeleton क्या बना के दिया, then term 2 में क्या किया, and then the final. And as an examiner, I can ask anything related to it, which means it cannot be bought from the market. No. If you sincerely do your work, then the teaching is taking place. What do we do as teachers then? I must be well prepared to my class. I must be thoroughly knowing my NCERT and get it in the form कि when I am giving as a home task. होमवर्क के लिए क्वेश्चन अलग नहीं होगा और असेसमेंट के लिए अलग नहीं होगा. होम टास्क एंड होम असाइनमेंट्स मस्ट बी कॉम्पिटेंसी बेस्ड. जो आप चाहते हो उसकी तैयारी क्लास में करनी है. एंड देन इट वर्क्स. गिव देम questions where it is their perception. No end to it. It is not, it's not just data. Some can come, few can come, because finally, friends, you have to agree that we also do not want dropouts from school, and that is why a balanced paper, we've been making papers, has to be taken care. But since you want your children to be multidimensional, multidisciplined, ready for anything in life, because when they go out in the market, there'll be a variety of people, there is need for collaboration, there's need to think. उनको सोचना, when I said no metacognition, thinking करने की आदत. Thinking क्यों करना है मैम? बस करना है बेटा, आप think करो. How would you present this differently? Can you be different from so and so? So when the child will say thinking, वो करेगा. Your creativity is better thinking, I give you that. And then ma'am, we should have rubrics. You do this, you get this grade. You do this, you get this grade. The child is encouraged, motivated. There is no phobia. And he learns and he gets it. And slowly and steadily, as a teacher, I can diagnose कि इसको क्यों नहीं आ रहा. I can call him separately, sit with him, guide him, tutor him, and he will do it. One more thing, Nilima, though this is not the forum to say, but as a teacher I must say, please, in all your schools, including mine, your schools are very much my schools as well, this tuition culture must not be there.
I agree on that.
ये marks वहीं से आता है.
100% with you on that.
क्योंकि अगर कोई बच्चा मेरे से पढ़ाने के बाद 5 to 7 periods, he can't do it, then he cannot do it elsewhere. Because I know my students who are sitting here, their weaknesses and their strengths. I can do best. Yes. I have staggered time in my school. I can ask you to stay back and your father will be very happy to pick you up after 2 hours. As a principal, I go at 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. So this has to stop, and then the child will do it. नहीं तो एक टीचर से दूसरा टीचर, तीसरा, and who did the change with the person? So the teacher training, learner-teacher connect, ma'am. I'm telling you, when I'm speaking, I'm becoming a little emotional, but it's a passion.
Actually, it's coming from heart. We can feel it, ma'am, and we understand what you said, that it's not just the assessment which matters right now. It matters the way the training of the teachers is done, understanding their need, taking up the classroom setting, changing the classroom setting, changing the way of
Yeah.
pedagogy, and then coming to the assessment.
Exactly,
change.
exactly.
Yes.
See, Nilima ma'am, we've been checkers, all of us sitting here, board examiners. We say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder.
So
तो
true.
बच्चे को भी paper structure कराना सिखा दो. There are
Right.
strategies that after every question leave 2 lines, underline your main point. The person is just getting about 15 to 20 rupees for the paper to check. 80 marks paper, 15 to 20 rupees to check. So if I don't highlight my point, if I don't even write, it says, do you think it is right? Yes. वो yes कहने का भी एक number है. तो बच्चे को we have to train them also in writing those answers. And if it is an open-ended question, right or wrong, all answers are accepted provided you give me a reason. And that's what is there in the answering key. हमारे पास answering key आती है, friends, on the basis of which we check our papers. All of you have been going, sometime all of you are principals and directors and heads sitting here, पर किसी न किसी वक्त आप teacher भी रहे होगे. And so it is very logical. But then what happens? उसको करवाना है क्लास में, मैम.
Right, right.
एक बार आप बच्चे के साथ लग जाओ. And we are mothers as well. My child could be your student and your child can be mine. So it goes the same. So how I care for my children and I care the same for my students.
Right.
Thank you.
So Vitika, we would like to close, prior closing, we would like to take your closing remarks or reflection or the suggestion you would like to give to our audience.
Okay, so before that, I just would like to reflect upon what Prabha ma'am just said. Ma'am, definitely, I think a very beautiful step that CBSE took when they introduced the concept of 20 or 30 marks practical. The idea behind, because I am very closely associated with CBSE examination helpline, and the idea was to reduce the evaluation anxiety, that because everybody cannot write. We talk about multiple intelligences, we talk about different learning style, but then when it comes to assessment, we are doing the same thing. We are making everybody write. So somewhere when you talked about, you know, these projects, they are very important, because I remember I have taught psychology for donkey years, and the concept in 12th, we expect students to do a case profile, not case study. So when they are doing a case profile, they are developing, we just give a structure, but they develop their own case profile, from choosing a case to making a questionnaire to analyzing that questionnaire is done by students. What we do is we give them freedom to do it. They come back to us whenever they are stuck. So I think this, if you give freedom to children, there is an accountability that they develop.
Yes.
They develop, see, knowledge cannot be enforced. Child should be motivated enough to learn. So accountability is very important. Here I think we also talked about peer assessment, ma'am. I remember when I was in school, peer assessment and somebody talked about self-assessment, they were very common. Our teacher used to write down the dictation words and she expected us to check and give marks. Okay, self-check. Wasn't this self-assessment? What is self-assessment? I know what I can do and now I know what I need to improve. This is the accountability and reflection that I'm talking about. Second, coming to peer assessment that ma'am was talking, when the rubrics are clear and my friends are checking it, somewhere I'm very much interested what are they going to say about it. What is their viewpoint about it? Are we not only developing a kind of collaborative, learning? तो तूने ये गलत किया था, तू यहाँ पे ठीक कर सकता है. And when it comes from peer, trust me, it is less scary when it comes to from. And moreover, what are we teaching the peers? How to give constructive feedback. How to trust when the other person is checking, your friend is checking, you are developing a feeling of trust on the other person. See, teaching learning is not a difficult task. Every educator, I believe, who take this profession is passionate about it. If you are, I mean, again, I'll say this is not the forum where I'm saying this, but if you are taking it only for the salary, you are not right for it. Unless and until you are passionate about it. From a special educator, if I can become a vice principal, I believe what Prabha ma'am was saying, we are passionate about it. For me, my learners are my children. Sitting with them just before assessment and helping them out, though the school is not paying extra for that. Helping them out how to do your paper effectively, standing with them, talking to them on phone so that their stress level, we do a lot of counseling also, let me tell you that.
Yeah.
We are not only educators or vice principal, we are counselors also. We have to take the care of their well-being. So it is a totality. Education is not teaching or assessment, it is the well-being of the child. That is what my take on this. Thank you.
Thank you. So if I will be failing in my duty if I do not thank all of you for a beautiful conversation and taking it forward. What do you say? It was good, great or wow? आपकी clapping से हमें पता चलेगा. And we must thank our audience. With your energy, we took it forward. Rather हम भूल गए कि time हो चुका है और हमें इशारा आ रहा था कि time हो चुका. Thank you audience. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah. Any questions?
Sir wish to ask something.
Please pass the mic.
All the educators, we all know what is good for the students, but then we are not able to achieve what we wish to. So what do you think is the underlying factor that is holding us back?
Beautiful question, sir.
I'm honored. Youth, they want.
Sir, with
So-
NEP coming up,
slightly.
it's again changing. You know, it's mandatory for us to go for training of 50 hours, 25 hours through CBSE and 25 hours in-house. So it's not simpler anymore. And each teacher has to prove that they have done in the subject area, they have done the STEM area, they have done itself in the common like ethics, integrity and all. So it's not going to be simpler for anymore. So it's going to be on the similar lines and the change will be visible soon.
Thank you,
And
ma'am.
sir, one
The
more
second
thing, I will
question.
just add to what she's saying. See, our feedback is, or our evaluators are not our principal. Our evaluators are not people who are giving us training. Our evaluators are our learners. Trust me, learners are very smart. Nowadays, they are street smart, I would say. That they know whether the teacher knows or not, how the teacher is able to do it. So the educator's effectiveness, see, I don't believe that only taking trainings can become your educator. I just don't believe it.
I agree with
मुझे
you.
आप 10 ट्रेनिंग बता दीजिए. There were times when I can tell you कि मैंने एक ट्रेनिंग अटेंड की है, उसके बाद शायद मैंने सुना नहीं, मगर उसका जो क्वेश्चन आ रहा था मैं उसमें आपको 90% मार्क्स ला के दिखा सकती हूँ विदाउट इवन लिसनिंग टू अ वर्ड. बट अगेन आई एम सेइंग ट्रेनिंग से इंसान इफेक्टिव नहीं होता
100%
सर.
agree, ma'am.
आपने your passion first of all, secondly your attitude makes a lot of difference. My attitude is that every child whom I'm working with them, I want to make a difference in their life. This is, if you talk about Finland or any system they want to make, they're talking about well-being. Again I'm saying, for me only passing exam is not what I'm talking about. Well-being. When I was a class teacher, I used to talk to 10 minutes looking at the face. I knew that my child is not well. What is the problem? ये होती है टीचिंग कि 50 बच्चों के चेहरे देखकर आप बता दो कि यह सही है या गलत है. And there's
Exactly,
no
ma'am.
training can teach you.
Second point concern. Second is, ma'am, the average salary of a Finland teacher is approximately near to the salary of the president of Finland.
Vikas,
The average
sir,
salary of a teacher over there.
is
So my
talking
concern is, can we
exactly
think about from that perspective
I
also
would
the
not-
motivation is lacking to become a teacher is max to max the salary goes to 1 lakh only when you
उधर
at
से
the age
बात
of
कर रहे हैं, उधर देखो, please.
with all love and respect to all the educationists. Sir, आप बार-बार फिनलैंड कह रहे हैं. मैं इस बात पे टच नहीं करना चाहती. It is very sensitive. And speaking from this dais and as a teacher will become more sensitive. Finland is doing away with AI. नोट कर लीजिए. तो क्या मैं उनको फॉलो करूं इंडिया में या मैं क्या करूं? I must see my house, my need of my country, my need of my schools. Finland has said, throw this mobile, throw this iPad out of the classroom. Smart classes, everything. मुझे क्या करना है? ये मुझे अपने सिस्टम से देखना है. हर जगह हर चीजें नहीं चलती हैं. हम पहले, somebody here said, with respect to all my sirs sitting here, values क्यों erode कर रहे हो? Education is also value. दादा दादी नाना नानी को जय नहीं करनी है. सुबह उठ के जय. All this is also a part of education. This is also a part of learning. And now you can see it. Finland अगर AI हटाए तो हम भी हटा दे. Now अभी लाए नहीं है, अभी हटा भी दे. You have to take good things and fit it into your system. आपके घर में जो चीजें चलती है वो प्रभा मैम के घर में भी चलती है, पर थोड़ी अलग तरीके से. So there are different things, and yes, there's no doubt Finland अच्छा है, पर हम अब AI तो नहीं हटाए ना.
लेकिन हम ये मानते हैं हम बहुत अच्छे हैं.
Thank you so much, everyone. Since time is of the essence.
Just one last
Sure, no
question.
issues.
Greetings to everyone and to all esteemed panelists. This is Jyoti Luthra. I wanted to ask, ma'am, there's a lot of diversion these days. As you know that gadgets are there. So when we are in classes, apart from teaching, as Vitika ma'am said, that we are counselors as well. So definitely we are counselor as well, but sometimes it happens like, a few days back, a student was quite depressed. So I called him and I asked what happened. And the reason I found out is that his Instagram account was blocked. So he could not concentrate on studies and all. So how to handle such things? Like, though I counseled him, but what was his take? That, oh ma'am, there's a generation gap, you won't understand. I told him, make a new account. Oh, I was having so many followers, this, that. No ma'am, you won't understand this. So in that case, we need like specified counselors. Is that the reason? Or how could we take on these things?
Ma'am, see, I am trained in psychology, so I will answer you in a psychological way.
Okay.
अगर आपके हाथ पे घाव लगता है तो आप बोलोगे अपने आप ठीक हो जाएगा, छोड़ दो ना, कोई बात नहीं, ये आप एक्नॉलेज करोगे. द प्रॉब्लम इज व्हेन आवर लर्नर्स आर इन पेन और दे आर क्राइंग, चुप हो जाओ, कुछ नहीं होता, कुछ होता है. Acknowledgement of that pain for him, blocking of Instagram is a very painful thing, please understand. Again, I'm not advocating, it is a situation where he's feeling upset, he's sad about it. As a counselor, as a teacher, first please acknowledge कि उसके, हाँ बेटा मुझे लगता है, हाँ बेटा बहुत बुरा हो, तुम्हें दुख हो रहा है, please let that pain come out. We are always acknowledging positive feelings, positive emotions. Somewhere acknowledgement of this pain and negative emotion is not done. ये तो बहुत small situation, I'm talking about everything. Your dog died, अरे जानवर ही तो है, but हाँ बेटा कोई बात नहीं, दूसरा ले आना. No, the entire world has collapsed for him. Come not as an adult, please come to the adolescence level to think that way. So I always say first acknowledgement is very important. See, they have to live with gadgets. I am never advocating the concept of removing the gadgets from the life. It is not possible. ये एक बड़ा irrational logic है कि मैं टीवी बंद कर दूंगी, मैं फोन खींच लूंगा. No, they live in a world where they have to learn to use it safely. Yes, it is a problem. Trust me, this is a very big problem for him if his Insta has been blocked. But you have to do emotional unburdening at that time. What I was talking about is acknowledgement of those emotions that are bothering him. For him, एक बार उससे बात कर लो, थोड़ी देर बाद, trust me, that boy will be fine, because he knows after 2 or 3 days things are going to be better. But at this moment, he knows all other children are using it. मैं बेचारा हूँ, जो बेचारापन है ना, that is a pain. Let us acknowledge the pain, and trust me, the problem will be resolved.
Right. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I hope understanding helps us to resolve the problems. तो हर एक अंत नई शुरुआत होता है. फिर मिलेंगे हम आपको कहीं विचार की यात्रा में. धन्यवाद हम सबको सुनने के लिए.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to our panelists. It was indeed a wonderful session, and answering to the question earlier, so yeah, it was indeed a wow session. So yeah, I request you all to please gather in front of the stage for a group photograph.